Welcome, beautiful people. Morning Joe, September 25th, 23, vertical bar 9 a.m. Yes, we are doing SNL video for today, show. So if you haven't watched the show, you'll know all the info in less than 5 minutes. So let's delve into the Today's Show SNL video. Introduction. As the Morning Joe show enters its 4th hour, the hosts set the stage by acknowledging the different time zones across the United States. They note that it's early morning on the West Coast while approaching 9 a.m. on the East Coast, creating a sense of the show's duration and the timeliness of the discussion. Polling data and hypothetical 2024. Election. The central focus of the segment is the latest polling data from NBC News, which reveals a surprising and deadlocked race between the incumbent President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump, in a hypothetical 2024 election matchup. This result is portrayed as significant and potentially indicative of shifting political dynamics. The historical context is brought up, emphasizing that Joe Biden consistently led in polls in the lead-up to the 2020 election. Republican race. Intriguingly, the segment highlights the substantial lead Donald Trump enjoys in the Republican primary. He is reported to have a commanding 43-point lead over Ron DeSantis, his nearest competitor. This information underscores the consistent and steady support for Trump within the Republican base. Concerns about age and fitness. The segment delves into voter concerns regarding President Biden's age and fitness for office. It is emphasized that nearly 3 out of 4 voters express varying degrees of concern about Biden's age and fitness. This concern is contrasted with a significantly lower level of concern for Donald Trump on the same issue. The potential implications of these concerns for the 2024 election are explored in depth. Economic concerns. The economic landscape is another critical point of discussion. The segment highlights that only a quarter of voters express satisfaction with the state of the economy, which is considered to be contributing to President Biden's relatively low approval rating. The economic sentiment of voters and its potential impact on their voting decisions are explored in detail. Enthusiasm gap. An enthusiasm gap between Republicans and Democrats is prominently featured. The segment points out that a higher percentage of Republicans express strong interest in the upcoming election compared to Democrats, with a particular focus on the disparity among white voters. The potential consequences of this enthusiasm gap on voter turnout and election outcomes are considered. Polling accuracy and trust. A brief examination of the accuracy and trustworthiness of polling data is presented. The varying results across different polls and the differing interpretations of polling data raise questions about the reliability of polls in predicting election outcomes. The complexities of polling in today's political climate are acknowledged. State of democracy. The segment introduces a separate poll by the nonprofit Newsroom, the 19th, indicating that 45% of U.S. adults feel that democracy is working for them. This data is presented as significant, suggesting that the state of democracy is a central issue in the lead-up to the 2024 election and that voters are deeply engaged with this concern. Economic optimism. It is further highlighted that more people are feeling optimistic about the U.S. economy compared to the previous year. This optimism is attributed mainly to Democrats and older Americans. The linkage between economic sentiment and political decision-making is explored, emphasizing its potential influence on the election. Candidate performance and messaging. The segment underscores the critical role of candidates in shaping public opinion. It emphasizes that voters' perceptions of the economy, democracy, and other issues are closely linked to their views of candidates and how effectively these candidates communicate their policies and achievements. The impact of messaging in political campaigns is a central theme. Long road to the 2024 election. The segment concludes by acknowledging that the 2024 election remains more than 400 days away. This extended timeline is presented as an opportunity for candidates to engage with voters, refine their strategies, and potentially alter the dynamics of the race. It underscores the fluidity and uncertainty of the political landscape leading up to the next presidential election. In summary, this comprehensive analysis of the Morning Joe segment provides an in-depth exploration of various facets related to the 2024 election, including polling data, candidate concerns, voter sentiments, and the broader political context. It highlights the evolving dynamics and challenges faced by political actors as they prepare for the upcoming election.